I'm studying for the bar exam again this summer. Here's what I scored last time. I was 8 points off. If I had put in just a little bit more study time, I would have been at the score I needed. And so I'm taking it again. I self studied last time. I'm self studying again this time around. Couple of things. This is how many hours I studied. I logged every single hour that I studied. I only studied 10% of the recommended study time by myself. I self studied. I did not have a commercial prep course. I had some licensed practice materials. I used specifically UWorld. I only got through 7% of UWorld. And I had an old Studicata outline somebody had sent me from 3 years ago when all of my friends and my classmates from law school took the bar exam, because I am 3 years out of law school. After law school, I was super burnt out, and so I moved back home to New York. I was in Pennsylvania, and then I moved back to New York. Lived in New York, not the city, but I lived back home in New York for a year. And then I moved to Hawaii, and I did an LLM in Hawaii. So I'm like kind of 3 years out of law school, because I don't consider my LLM like part of, I mean, it was law school, but I'm not considering that. And when I say I'm 3 years out of law school, because I didn't take like bar prep or bar courses during my LLM. And I know I can do this. My director of bar success has always told me that he's worried I can't sit down long enough to study for the bar exam. He's been right so far, but you know what? This one's for you, Professor Weibel, because this is my summer. I'm gonna do it this time, and I am sharing it, putting myself out there through this, my YouTube channel, by vlogging about my experience, because a lot of the bar prep stuff I see online is geared towards people who are, or it just displays people who are right out of law school and are studying full time. And that's not a lot of people's experiences. A lot of people are like me. They're maybe a few years out of law school, and maybe they're retaking the bar exam. They might be a retaker. They might just struggle to sit down. Like I will not be able to sit down for 400 hours and study for this exam. I cannot drop thousands of dollars on a prep course to study for this exam. Again, I work full time. I am a volunteer search and rescue dog handler. I train my dog Penguin for human remains, and I just like want to enjoy my life and my free time. And I know, like, oh, just put in the hours and study for the bar exam, and then it'll be behind you. And yes, there is some merit to that, but I learned the hard way that health and wellness, which whatever that might mean to you, are non-negotiable. I developed alopecia the last time I took the bar exam. When I took the bar exam in February, I developed alopecia from stress. I had a bald spot in the middle of my head, which has since grown back. But yeah, like 3 days before I took the bar exam, I noticed this bald spot that had developed in like literally the middle of my head. And I thought, something's gotta give, and it's not gonna be me any longer. So I've made some lifestyle changes, and I'm continuing to do that. And I'm scared. I'm scared because I don't want to lose my hair. I don't want to put myself through this studying for this exam again and be so close only to miss it. So I'm gonna make this time count, and I'm taking you along with me on the process. Again, this can be low maintenance. Don't expect me to edit these videos. I'm just sharing, and I'm hoping that other people who are in a similar position as I am, taking bar prep and maybe not like a traditional test taker, will find these videos, and that they'll feel less alone in the process, or that I might be of assistance to them in the process. I'm not sure, but just a couple of rules of thumb. One, I'm not using a commercial bar prep course this time around. Again, I'm going to just use UWorld, and I will use my JD Advising MEE study guide I have. I'm not doing practice writing. That's the other thing. I'm no practice writing. I'm just going to drill multiple choice questions, and I'm going to read outlines. And I'm just going to go right into active recall, like active memory recall. Again, I'm going to be sharing every day that I study. I will share stuff, and I'm going to try to do at least, like, even if it's just 20-30 minutes of studying a night. I'm going to make it a point to sit down at my desk every single day and to study, because that is my biggest hurdle, is literally just to sit down and to do it. Comment if you have any questions. I will go into a little bit more detail on my bar prep from before in a previous video, but I'm capping at 75 hours. I will not put in more than 75 hours for this exam. And again, like, it's recommended 400. That's just a recommendation. I literally studied 40 hours the last time, and I was only 8 points off. I am all about working smart and not hard, and that is exactly how I'm going to approach this exam. Follow along and check back in September, maybe October, when I get my results.